Hey YouTube, Stus here. In this video we will be making an AppleScript application which will allow us to quickly go from a Finder window to the terminal. Terminal is super useful. For a lot of tasks it's simply faster to work in the terminal than click around in the Finder. But like most of you, I grew up using a graphical user interface, so for me, navigating around my typing kind of sucks. So let's say I need to get some work done, such as create a folder with a bunch of nested directories. I could do it all in Finder, but that will involve a ton of clicking and waste a bunch of time. Or I can get it done a lot faster in Terminal, but before I can get started I need to navigate to the starting location. If I can remember the path, I can CD into it from the terminal, but that's a whole lot of typing. To avoid all that typing I could start the CD command in the terminal, navigate to the directory in the Finder, grab the path, then drop it into the terminal. But that's inefficient, so instead we are going to build an AppleScript application, place it into the Finder as a button, which when clicked will open the terminal to that directory. One click is a lot better than a bunch of typing. For this we will be using the scripts editor. As far as I know all Macs have it pre-installed. You can find it in Applications, Utilities, or by just Spotlight searching for it. The script editor allows us to write script applications with AppleScript. Let's get started. Open the script editor and create a new file. Once ready you should see a window like this. First step in our scripts is to get the path of the directory that is currently open in Finder. Our first line is tell application Finder. This starts our tell block and targets Finder. The second line is set myWin to window 1. This allows us to get the window we want to get the path from. Our next line is set the path to POSIX path of target of myWin as alias. And with that we have the path to our directory. Now we can pass it to the terminal. To do this we start another tell block for the terminal. Terminal is super useful, which means that to be safe we need to check if it's busy or not. If it's not busy we can use it. If it is, then we need to make a new terminal window. To start let's check if it's not busy by adding this line. If exists window 1, and not busy of window 1 then. This starts an if statement by asking if there is a terminal window that's not busy. Then we activate the Finder. This is basically the equivalent of selecting a terminal window. And now we can add do script cd and the path in window 1. And do script clear in window 1. The first do scripts line tells the terminal to cd into our path. The second is optional and for cleanup of the terminal window. At this point we need to cover the case where we don't have a usable terminal window, meaning it's either busy or not open. To do that add the following 4 lines. Else. Activate. Do script cd and the path. Do script clear in result. To finish off we end our if statement with end if. Then finish off the tell block for the terminal with end tell. And lastly for the Finder with another end tell. Now that it's complete let's take a quick moment to recap. We first get the currently active Finder window, then use that window to get its directory path. We check for a usable terminal window. If one exists we activate it and use cd to move to the path we got earlier. If we don't have a terminal window we open a new one and do the same thing. Now that it's done let's test it out. Open a Finder window to a directory you want to navigate to, then hit the play button. This will compile the scripts and run it. Great, everything works. Now that we have our scripts ready it's time to export it as an application. Go to File, choose Export. Under File Format choose Application and save it. To embed it into the Finder simply hold down Command and Option and drag and drop it. And now we have a new button in our Finder. Let's test it out. You might get these pop-ups the first time, hit OK. Awesome, it works. No more path typing. That button is kind of ugly though, right? Let's change that. Take whatever image you want, like this icon here. Open it in Preview and copy it. Then select your new app, and hit Command-I to bring up the info window. Select the icon preview in the upper left and paste what you copied earlier. Looking much better. So now we got a nice looking button that saves us from typing. Before I go I want to show you a slightly tweaked version of this script. As you can see a few lines were added. But that's for next time. If you like what you saw thumbs up, if you don't thumbs down. Thank you for watching. Till next time.